live. I have to adjust the camera. Welcome to 1111 Tarot. I am Mama D, and oh, baby, oh, I don't know where I got that from, some TV show. Oh, baby, oh, we have some stuff to talk about. Okay, how old is Sammy? Okay, we got to get into that. Oh, my golly, I found some footage that's gonna give us some stuff to dig into. So when you mess with Mother Nature digs deep. We're digging in. And we all had that moment, including myself. I'm like, that's Kiely's car going in that reserve. It sure is. Probably the wrong day. Oh, not only is it the wrong day, but I'm about to bring some questions up that make us wonder to really look at, is that even Kiely's car? And you're like, well, did two cars go in the reservoir? Oh, wait for it. There is so much to unpack. We're going to take it one baby step at a time. It's like I'm trying to get better, so I can't do a reading. And, I started in true crime on the analytical side. And I did it for 4 years, like one of the most well known to this day researchers in the Avery case. It was me and Eric Cozy. Um, and Eric Cozy passed away. We shared the same birthday. He had the bluest eyes I ever saw in my life. I had ultimate respect for him. I believe he got deep into a case, and to this day, in my humble opinion, he was sent something like a gift of Dr. Pepper because he was famous for drinking Dr. Pepper, and he would drink it from whoever sent it to him. And to this day, I think he was taken out. And after that, I kind of got out of the whole idea that I should be in true crime. Like, I lost my taste for it because I'm like, oh my God. Like, he's 41 and he's here today talking like this and gone tomorrow. And, oh, Gretchen wants in her chair. In a momento, baby needs a moment. Where are you? Yeah. She's always hiding from Mama. She's a mess, y'all. She's just a mess. Okay, so let me fix the camera so I don't go berserk. Because it's like OCD in me that it's all crooked. I can't be crooked. Because we're straight. We're truthful. I'm picky. That feels better. Does that feel better to y'all? I don't have chat open yet because we got to unpack some things. So. How old is Sammy? Well, the news reported her 18. There was a little scuffle online with us YouTube folks, and we was like, she looks a lot older. She calls them kids. She seems to think she's in charge. She brings her own microphone to handle everything. She's doing all this. She's center of attention. Can she possibly be 18, or is she much older? Now, a fellow YouTube creator, hats off to you, brought out a 10-year-old video that appears to be a child named Sammy Sam. Okay. Now, some of you are going to be like, that is Sam. I personally, in my humble opinion, that is not what Sammy looks like to me, even if she's 10, 12, 13, 14. I don't see that as Sammy, but that's my own opinion, and I respect your opinion either way. But what was weird is, that planted a seed in Mama D's head, and I'm like, okay, all right, let's say Sammy's 24, 23, 22, whatever. It makes total sense because of the way she behaves. But she's also the kind of kid that I pick the energy up on, and I read energies. And I didn't feel energy locked into that little kid, so I was like, something ain't right. I don't feel it. And I looked up the senior Truckee class for 2022. And they all graduate, or 2020, you know what I mean. they all graduated, and Sammy graduated with this class of 2022. So if she's 21, 22, 23, 24, and I've shared that video, it's on our community tab. You can go into the little upside down arrow or V, right? And it drops the description of everything I'm trying to share with y'all. And in that, you can go to my community tab. Boom, there it is. And so that little seed planted on that took me into watching Sammy graduate in 2022. And I'm like, either this is the oldest graduate I've ever seen in my life, or Sammy's still 18, 19. Just saying. I saw her graduate. And the thing is this video was published on YouTube of them graduating like months and months and months and months ago, before Kiely went missing. So it's real. And I'm like, all right. So in my humble opinion, that's why I'm not connecting to this kid on here called Sammy Sam. No meaning, no nefarious meaning to discredit anyone in what they believe. Y'all take it upon yourself to use your intuition. I'm just giving out what my vibe is. So when it comes to Sammy's age, I feel she's mature because she was basically a latchkey kid. She raised herself. She's surrounded by adults. Her siblings are decades older than she is, legitimately. And there's huge spaces between the ages of her siblings. I think she has a younger sibling too. Not sure. She has a brother named Connor that allegedly, according to Megan, our Chucky mama, according to Megan, Connor drove Sammy home. According to Megan, Kiely has cocaine in her system. Now, here's the thing I want to talk to y'all about this. I don't know on toxicology reports how this works, but if there was cocaine in Kiely's system, all right, and she were alive, I've helped a lot of people to courage to change type situations, and they fall off the wagon. They do. They'll come back in. One friend ended up taking her own life, which like to have killed me too. And other friends would relapse and then get back on the wagon to recovery and try to get a job. And they'd be concerned about the piss test, right? And so I would explain to them that in general knowledge of layman's terms from somebody that's been a med tech for the state of Wisconsin and issued many 10-panel urinary tests. Now, I've never done the hair follicle test on people or the saliva one, but the piss test part. That with cocaine, it would leave the system, in a healthy system, within 3 days. So you're not going to catch somebody, and I also worked with employers, and I'd explain, you're not going to catch them if they've got a 5-day weekend and you test them for coke usually, unless they're a heavy user. It's just a thing. So that's what I was taught, and so that's what I would share. Now, I could have been taught incorrectly. I was taught by the state of Wisconsin. So, for what it's worth. Okay. So my question then is, if she's in the water, I don't know, because she has mild, okay, whatever. She's in the water, let's say 5 days. Would she even still register? Because after she passes, and we're looking at postmortem, would it lock in drugs? I don't know. I don't know that answer. So that's something that I would even ask an actual email on from someone that has the credentials or the experience to know that. Not your opinion, please. I've got my own, and I'm looking for some help on that. I'm also going to be researching that. But I want to get into this whole thing on the footage. So the fire cam, right? Oh my golly. I do have a little bit of cough syrup in, but I'm going to pull a card on the fire. Oh, we got a story. So before I share that with you, I don't even know what it is. I'm going to walk you through this, and then we're going to use the cards that came out to understand how this from the divine will keep. Somebody accused me of, if you can't see my hands at all times, I'm switching up cards. Just leave my channel. Just go away. You're no good. I'm retracting that. You're silly. Right? I mean, silly. Okay. So we have the fire cam footage. Allegedly, it's a car going, and I say this, I want you to really listen. Allegedly, it's a car going into the water. Now, I'm going to try to explain this to you the best I can. I'm going to go into extreme detail. We're going to be here about 4 hours. Or checkmate, check it. You're done. Because you're the one that was down by the water. You're the one that almost went in. I saw it when you did it. I was literally watching your silly butt. And your car went down into the water almost, like it's as close as it could possibly get. You're the one on camera. You're the footage. Because that other footage of Kiely would not exist. Those cameras weren't even about. Nuh-uh. No. It was a date change. And that's your energy. Checkmate. I'm telling you from the bottom of my heart. That is that. And it's all smoke and mirrors. Here's how it works. It's a slight shift, if you will. All right? Let's do smoke and mirrors. Okay? How many cards do you see? Now, you're smart. You're like, I don't know. There could be many stacked. You just answered the question. The footage is stacked. Here's the land. Let's just move it over a little. And that reveals something that's not exactly where it's going to be almost exact. But, almost only counts if you're going in the lake or playing horseshoes. And I feel lucky. I feel real lucky because I feel like it's checkmate. I watched you put that car like that. I remember your little drive and your headlights and what you did. And the timing is there. So they took your little footage. I told y'all he looks like he was XBD. I'm telling you, I smell po-po. I smell a little Truckee po-po. A little sniveling Chucky po-po. And the first intuition I hit on when that computer came out with Snippet TV was the MILF sticker shouldn't be there because that is a guy's computer. Kiely would not want a MILF sticker. Oh, it's something we all do. All us girls do. No, you don't. May I live forever. No, MILF is a mother that you would like to boink. So what are these two cards that we pulled up? Hello, what? Hell trafficking. Aren't we talking about a car? Hello, checkmate. So when Check It TV decides to go down there at night to Prosser, He almost literally pulls into the water. Like he panics and he gets back on that live and he's out there and I watched it. He's walking in front of his headlights. He's all panicked. He's telling us exactly what happened and he's at the water's edge. But the water's edge, now hear me. Pay attention. The water's edge, when he was there, is way low. So he's on land. But the overlay comes from a much earlier time where the water is much higher. Boom! Hats off. We solved it. Told you I didn't trust that damn footage. My inner voice told me so. Loneliness. Feeling lonely. Are you lonely tonight? The fight. Remember, I keep saying there's a little push and shove between the little mic bringer and Kiely. Fighting. Now notice where the hands are on healing the situation. They're over the stomach and they're over the mouth. I'm healing. I'm not losing my voice. I'm telling you about the trust fall that brought us to totality. Kiely trusted someone and they took her life. They were not there to catch her. And it's all about the money, baby, because it's about the miser. Somebody holding it all tight to themselves. What'd the mic bringer say? I've got all of her. She loved, Sammy said, Kiely loved the water. I've got all of her. I never heard that from anybody in my life about someone that passed over. And at that point, she wasn't even found. She was missing. We're awake. You're not going to get us to believe the bullcrap consciousness. I'm just saying. The shit they will do. So I was thinking about it and I'm like, I need to tell y'all something. And a lot of my fellow creators going to find out on their own within the next year. I promise you. So back in the Stephen Avery case, people will request FOIAs, which are Freedom of Information Act requests. I'm sure you've heard about them. So in cases, we can fill out a form and we can send them in. And unless it's part of an activist investigation that would compromise the situation, you're entitled. It's your right as the public to that document and can't be denied. But we don't work with a fair agency. And so I found something, right, in the Teresa Halbach case. And it, oh my God, it lit the world on fire in that case. Everybody talked about it for a good 2 weeks. And it got to be where we were honing in on a big smoke and mirror, catch them in the act. So someone sent off for an FOIA on something completely different. And oh my goodness, they got the wrong FOIA. Random paperwork mixed in with all other kinds of paperwork, as if accidentally during their request, random files that probably weren't supposed to be released were released. Oops. And in it was the inventory report of a few pages of evidence that we had never seen. Whoa! Talk about it for a couple months, right? My problem was that the more I looked at the document and compared it to the original log, which by law has a chain of command at the bottom of every page, and it checks in the evidence and checks out, okay? Now keep following me. It was like a fake document. Like I had a numerous consecutive amount. I knew what the form looked like. I knew the signatures of those that had chain of command of the other things. And these were forged. They were fakes. And so they were getting inserted. And guess what? Oh my golly, where are you sending the FOIA? To the exact county that's in question, that is defending themselves. But you know what? Everybody drank the Kool-Aid. And they broke those down and they thought they had new evidence. And oh my God, this means this and that means that. And I'm like, can I do it? Can you just send me an FOIA and I'll get a crayon and I'll just write like drawings like a 5-year-old and send them to you? Because that's what you're taking. You're not really understanding how nefarious these people are and how much money they will spend and what they will do and how they will manipulate footage. And yes, agency footage. The state of Wisconsin illegally gave away the evidence, knowing that it was the evidence that could get Stephen Avery out of jail. They are known for it. They have admitted it. The problem is the people that signed to release that information are the exact ones that few years earlier made the law that you cannot give away biological evidence in the event that the person remains incarcerated. They made the law. They got it passed. They got their acclimates. They went on stage. They knew gosh dang well never to give away the evidence. But when push came to shove, you know whose name was on those acclimates? Norm Gahn. Gahn. Norm Gahn. You know who made that law? Norm Gahn. And you know whose signature is on all that stuff that got given away and now the case cannot be solved? I'll give you one guess. Guess who he is? Big state boy from Wisconsin. I mean, you think that because it's law enforcement or fake Bureau of Investigation that we're safe. Go ahead, think it. See how far it's going to get you. Because it'll get you following Brian Laundrie's mom instead of Brian. It'll get you cadaver dogs walking by and never seeing Brian Laundrie and believing he's dead because someone put a piece of paper in front of your face that said so. Regardless if it's his uncle, that was his whatever. So wake the hell up. That footage now has to have a backstory how it came about. And it didn't come about years ago. Oh, it just all of a sudden got made. We just now have cameras. We just now are sharing them. We're just now doing all this archive. We're just now sharing all this because we want to really fuck with your head. And I've had enough. I'm mad as hell and I'm not going to take it. AWP, step the hell up to plate. We've backed you. If you have a gag order, step up. You can say that. We have a gag order. If you don't have a gag order, put it up. We want to see it. There's no way that I am going to feel like I can support someone that doesn't follow through. You do not stir, you cannot go stir the shit spoon. Okay. I'm all like cough syrup. This is why we can't do reads right now. I'm all cough syrup and I'm mad. And this autopsy has me like pulling my teeth, whatever. You cannot go stir the shit pot and then hand the spoon off and walk away because, oh no, the universe don't like that crap. I'm trying to tell you with all my love, you can't do it. The universe will back the truth speakers, the whistleblowers. The universe is on your side. Look at your astrology. But you are making a poor decision if you pull back now. You've already witnessed it. You're broadcasting things that shouldn't be going on, that are disrupting your world. You've got people saying karma, karma, karma. They're not wishing you karma or bad karma. They're warning you. Speak now, because holding your peace, if you're not being made, and hey, there's no way to blackmail somebody that works for God because he's your boss. I work for God, the universe. Nobody can fire me. What's that girl say on that channel? I don't want to say it because she's got it all locked up, but God hired me. Ain't none of y'all gonna fire me. I'd put a little twist on her saying. I don't want to say it because she's got it patented or whatever, but God hired me. Ain't none of y'all gonna fire me, okay? I don't have to worry about karma coming back and hitting me in the back of the head and being like, that's what you got to learn. And I feel good about that. And I'm trying my best to get that message across that, you're at that fork in the road. All right. But you've already invested into something and you've stirred the pot. And it's time to be, it is what it is moment. And just show your cards on the table. You can't go to a poker game, all right, and bluff everybody, take their money, and then just keep cards to yourself. I promise you, that ain't gonna work too many times. That ain't gonna work too many times. Eventually, somebody's gonna see your hand, and when they do, gig's up. You got to make the right choice in life to protect yourself, to make sure that you're walking the right path of truth and that you stand for the innocent, living or dead. At what point do we choose to sell out? And what are we selling? That's the question you have to ask yourself. What are you selling in not walking in the light? And it will break my heart to see you leave this path. Is fame worth it? No. Because if my YouTube channel just broke up right now, YouTube was like, whoop, gone. I would literally go over to my other channel. It doesn't even have 800 subscribers and keep doing what I'm doing. And you know what? I'd be supported by the universe. Because I'm walking that path. I'm just saying. But let's get back over here to this Check It TV. Checkmate. His car is way down here because it's dry land. And the water has pulled back. He's flashing his all lights, and then his lights go out. He did a live at that time, so he was on the camera. And he's walking in front of his lights is why you're seeing them do that. He literally is like freaking out, like sniveling and carrying on like a 3-year-old little girl. But I felt real fake about it all anyway. I was like, there ain't nothing real about this guy. And then the whole, I'll only give it to Kiely's family. That was weird. And then to, the way he does his channel, like he's nobody, then he gets it, and then he's got it quiet, and then he's private, and then he's not. What? He obviously isn't affiliated with YouTube. He doesn't know what he's doing. It's like he is paid PR. So back, one of the things we learned the hard way was, all right, so there was the Stephen Avery Project. There was my channel. And there was one other one. I can't remember the name of it. And we were on Facebook. And I was the only one on YouTube out of the three. That was it for the Making a Murderer at first. And then I hit on something. We'll go into that another time. And we didn't know it, but they were getting Manitowoc County, the county we were investigating for corruption. Now we know, we've got documents and emails of it. But at that time, I had no knowledge, right? And there was only a handful of us that even was doing Facebook and stuff. And we had no skills. We were mothers, fathers, doctors, lawyers, and we were coming together to try to break this down. Something wasn't right. We knew it. We'd seen man, but that wasn't all there was to it. There was more, because I knew a lot about the 1985 stuff, which not many people knew about. So I knew about Mike Bushman and the local crap, which tied in the big story. All right. We got hit with all these trolls, like hundreds and hundreds of trolls that would literally act like they were in the case for a minute, and then they would flip all at once. The whole room would flip, right? And all these people would turn into monsters. So we found out like a few years ago that Manitowoc County literally got funded crisis emergency funding to handle us. And so they literally had people that were on the police force making extra money by posing as just somebody on YouTube and going and literally misinforming all of us, giving us fake information, and we get them locked down. So I'm getting to the point, I've gotten my group smaller and smaller and smaller. And I'm at the point, I'm like, if you don't send me something that shows your identification, who you are, you're not going to call me on my phone. You're not going to have access to me. So I went behind the scenes, right? This dude comes up and he tells me all his credentials and explains he works for the airport under the terrorist law, and he can do facial recognition on his cameras at his job. And he can help with the case. Now, I could bite and I could be like, oh, cool, I found a resource. But I did a background check on him, and he didn't exist. And so I began talking to the person, and I'm like, I know who you really are, even though I didn't. And I'm like, I know who you work for. I know you are this, you are that. And they came clean, and they were like, you are right, Mrs. Zarnes. That is true. And I found out how deep in the world I had dug real quick. And my life went into a holy hell bag. My children's lives got threatened. Our school got threatened. We had the county DA, assistant DA, working with the school to protect our children. All our cops got fired. Manitowoc County came to my town. All because I was doing YouTube. So if you think that, and hey, I got proof on it all. Our whole town has proof. The Manitowoc cop did not hide. He came in his parole car and went straight to our cop shop and locked the door for 3 days. Our entire town was like, what have you done, Danny? And I'm like, I don't know. And they're like, you got Manitowoc mad at us. Oh, no. We all know about it. My people in town watch me on here, and they're like, yep. At the time, my long-term love of my life sat me down and was like, you're going to get us killed. And I said, not if I stay on camera every day, because they can't pull it off. They can't pull it off if I'm on camera every day. I ended up burning everything. It got so bad. They didn't threaten me not once. They followed me, but they did not threaten me. They took it out on everyone around me. Everyone close to me. And I lost people. I lost my loved one because he could not deal with it. And I would not put it down. I was obsessed and I was terrified to let it go, because if I let it go and I became no one, what would stop him from taking action then? Right? So when you look at this footage, it's very easily remedied. That is check it. Check it out yourself. In my humble opinion, that is Check It TV when he went down there and almost drove a car into the lake. He's walking in front of his own lights. He's also turning the car. You can see there are other cars around. And then you put that daylight on top. And if you use the overlay from the day, which is the actual footage of the 5th or 6th in the morning that they snapped or whatever. Check It would be way down here and the water would be way up here. Even though if you took the overlay off, he's still on land. It's smoke and mirrors. Now you see him. Now you don't, right? Letting go. Letting go. Just saying. These people are getting found out. They're not going to get away with it. Okay, I'm coming up to topside. Now that I ranted and got it out of my system. There's more, but I won't bore you. Hold on. I'm still a little bit under the weather. I'm not much better than yesterday, actually. But I am feeling better in the sense that I'm learning that I can get over it. Okay. Let me turn the volume down. Hello, my beautiful world. Hi, Muffin Top. I was still able to chat. Just noticed live wasn't live. This happens occasionally. I know, lovely. With me being ill, I ain't got time to like do anything. I'm like, okay, I haven't coughed in an hour. I'm going to go on. I mean, even when I breathe, it's in my bronchial tube. I've got all kinds of, I've got an inhaler now. They gave me a new one. We've all got it. And the doctor said it could be 2 to 3 weeks before this actually clears. I'm on breathing treatments. And so I'm getting, Bercy Dorset. Thank you, lovely. Thank you for that beautiful little hey you snooper chat. That makes Mama D feel better. I made $2. Well, really $1. Doesn't matter the amount. I truly appreciate that inspiration to know y'all stand behind me. Good morning, Sixth Sense. How are you, my love? Katie Bag, Roxy, I've been watching as well. Seen him crawling on cars, went off side of the road. Yep. And how about him with that small metal detector, bent over frantically looking for phone? Hey, Kelly Mac, haven't seen you in a long time. Mama D, you're not boring. Glad you're feeling better. You sound better. Oh, good, good. I want to get better so I can do some reads. I'm going to try to do a reading today. Okay, y'all. I got to talk to you about something. All right? Hey, Fairy Dust Diaries 101. I do hope you all get better soon. Oh, thank you, beautiful. Thank you. All your healing TLC matters so much to me and my family because it is healing us. Like, I know I don't sound that great, but I actually have a clear lung for the last couple hours to where I'm breathing without coughing. Oh my gosh, Giselle. Thank you, my lovely. Thank you. Soon as I get to feeling better, I will get you a personal reading. YouTube did something funky, and I didn't know. So I will get that out to you as soon as possible, love. But I just got to get this all done. But, Andy, how you doing? You look a little perkier, do I? Every day I'm getting better. CMOS? Disguise Unlimited, have you tried CMOS? It may help with your breathing, health issues. Oh, I've never even heard of that. I'll have to try. Yes, Laura Croft and I are both going through it. And she's had it for 3 weeks. I've had it for a week. So it's just going to be a slow go. And as long as I'm on, you know, a schedule lighthearted like this, I'm not exhausting my energy. I'm using it to heal. That's why I'm not doing the readings. I know I miss them too. I want to pull cards, but I think it would exhaust me. That is true. Pez points out. Now remember, Sloppy Flucker wasn't hired. He ran into the grandfather and met him at the campground or found the family, right? Because you always want to have somebody on the inside that, like, in the Stephen Avery case, you needed somebody in the Dassey home in order to really frame the 16-year-old into a coercion confession, whatever you want to call it. And so, in my opinion, it was always Scott Tadich. Like, he came into the time right at the very, 4 months prior to the whole thing going down, a planted person. And so, to me, the Playboy photographer fits right into that whole, did y'all see that little clip? Oh, if you didn't see it, go look it up. I don't know if it's on Twitter or one of those social media things, but there's this dude and he is so high he looks like he's on acid, okay, and he's at the Lone Trail Lodge, okay, he's standing there, it's the side of him, and you're the filmer, you're the camera person, and there's a truck over here that is a snowcat, and it says Lost Trail Lodge on it, so you know where you are, right? So this dude, whoever he is, could be the stepdad for all I know, whatever. He's being filmed and he's all spaced out and he's tripping. He's like, when the big war comes, and he says something like, they'll never find us out here this far. When the big war comes, they'll never find us this far out. Whoa, 1 year for my beautiful Heaven Reigns as a starlight bud. Heaven, you have always lit up my comments with the colors of every rainbow, star, and your color speaks volumes to my heart. I could be reading the comments, I'm like, oh yeah, okay, all right. And then yours gets there, and no matter what, I smile. Because before I even read it, your colors light my world up. So I want to say, not only am I grateful to you and thankful for you to be a member for a year, but just for me to be able to be around your energy and see the colors that you share and how you inspire me to inspire others is beautiful. Thank you. Tracy with an I, off subject, but y'all see Sheriff Lawson's son, Brandon Lawson, just got sent to prison for SA. Think he was sentenced 20 years, but only has to serve 1. What the actual what? Y'all, we are, as soon as I am healed, we are going to be finding out what is going to happen when Donnie Boy gets out of jail. Uh-huh. I definitely want to know that. Yeah, AWP is currently, I've seen it myself. If you comment on the Kiely Rodni case, they delete it. And to me, I'm sorry, that is dirty. We should be able to speak. But I will tell you, I can't be too harsh because I have deleted comments of other creators that I don't support or agree with. And somebody will make a comment and be like, go watch this person's reading. And I don't agree with that because you didn't ask me if I want my channel advertising for that person. And I'm very selective who I advertise for because I'm not going to push out advertisement for people that throw shade. I'm not going to do it. Not intentionally. They did make a load of money when they found Kiely. And unless, and I'm just saying, for me personally, if there is a gag order, you can say it. You can be like, there's a gag order. And we'll all be like, okay. And that's the only thing, bar none, that I can accept. And I'll be honest, I pulled my energy from that source. So membership gone and subscription gone, because at this point, I'm more than disappointed that they interjected what they did into the case. They could have just left that part out if they, I mean, why dangle a carrot and then take it away? It, to me, it's like, if it suits us, we'll show the carrot. If it makes us look in question, we're not going to show the carrot. Well, what? What? Because we're not even accusing you doing anything. We're just wanting to see what your witness said. We might be able to help you. Maybe you were set up, but we can't help you if we can't see the video. You've got a lot of smart people, and not to trust the true crime community at all to have your back, well, you're lost. Because at the end of the day, all we have is each other. That lodge may be cursed. Y'all, I got to pull some cards. Now, don't trust them because I am on high doses of medicine. And so my clarity could be all loopty-goopty. But we're just going to ask about the lodge. Where am I? What cards do we want to get? I don't even know what deck this is. All right, what'd we get? It must work when I'm on cough syrup too, because we're asking about the Lost Trail Lodge. The Lost Trail Lodge. I grabbed these, right? And this is the Lost Forest. A card came off the top. Oh, it's the replacement card. Never mind. These are brand new. I've only used them like once in my life. They're very dark cards in color, like it's hard to read them. But we want to see the Lost Trail Lodge. I feel high from that cough syrup, though. I will say that. I may not make a lot of sense. That energy was insane. Like, I know I have a lot of energy built up from not doing reads, but that popped like popcorn, and we got half the deck. We have Two of Sky, Two of Swords. A decision was made at the Truckee Lodge. Seven of Skies, liar, cheater, thiefer. Seven of Skies, sky is air. Seven of air is swords. Seven of Swords is liar, cheater, thief in every deck of the tarot. So the decision about the liar, cheater, thief. About the car. See the chariot? The horsepower? That's the vehicle. Ace of Skies. Now remember, sky is air. Air is swords. So words. Words. Swords. Clarity. In this picture, there's a tree that stands on a mountain by itself. And behind it, it's like a weird, winding mountain that you could go all the way to the top. Kind of like they do on the mountain, right? See that? That's what I'm talking about. The little winding trail that goes up to the top. Eight of Skies. Sky, 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 sky. My, oh my, that kite's really getting up there, ain't it? Pet cemetery feeling, right? Eight of Skies. Mental imprisonment that you did to yourself. You know, that's what's bad about the Eight of Skies, Eight of Swords, is nobody put you there but yourself. You locked yourself in a mental prison. Again, we in the mountains, ain't we? 8 of earth. So we have 8 of sword. Now we have 8 of earth. 8 of pentacle is mastering oneself. So now we got mental madness and mastering oneself. My reality is warped, is what I'm getting. Like, oh yeah. Hear my wind? I don't know if you can hear it. Sounds crazy out there. 8 of earth, and we have this fox. Such a clever little fox, right? He's sitting in the dark forest under a little tiny tree, trying not to be noticed. But he is foxy and clever about his money. 8 of pentacle, right? See the little fox? I've got my finger, I think. Yeah, chat was in the way. There you go. 9 of sky. Woo, look at the swords. Now we're beyond self-mental imprisonment, and we're into that nightmare of absolute ludicrous. I mean, you cannot eat, you cannot sleep, you cannot think. You are obsessed with one thing, and until you get what you need, you're paralyzed with fear, anxiety, guilt, shame. And it's weird because in this one, the sky is raining fireballs down. It's like the heavens are pissed off, right? Very angry. Meteor shower. 4 of skies. What? Holy swords, right? 4 of skies is laying someone to rest. Doesn't look like they're laying anybody to rest. You have 4 leaves, 4 autumn leaves that are all circling each other. And that's it. The rest is just this fiery sky. So 4 of swords in the traditional tarot is someone laying on the sarcophagus with their hands up because they've passed over, and this is where they're being buried. We go right from that 4 of swords laying to rest to a Knight of emotion. And what's weird is I have the Loch Ness monster. And think of Lake Tahoe. Is there a monster in the lake? Do they deposit people in the lake, like feed the lake? When something goes wrong, do they just feed the lake? Like, oh, I guess they were meant to die. Throw them in the lake to the lake gods. Because look at this monster that is being fed in the lake. Knight of ocean. Now we're talking about the Truckee Lodge here. We're talking about allegedly for entertainment purposes only. Take it how you want. And it's about the house itself, the energy of the house, because I have the Hermit. This is the energy within the home, the walls, the building, the land, the property. There's a monster at the lake. Oh. We have sun, clarity, seeing things for what they are. Soul energy. With the Queen of Skies. Now, sky is air, air is swords. Queen of Swords. She's an upright truth speaker. And she's in the clouds. She's passed over. She's the truth speaker. Look at Kiely. Her energy is there to fight the 5D. Because there's a goat, a horned goat. So this is Kiely's energy rearing up. Queen of Swords, speaking the truth, right? To the Knight of Earth, it's about stuck energy. And it's a goat on a horse of like, a body of like, I don't know. It's weird. It's like a beast. And it's holding back. Four of Earth. Look at that creepy, sleepy hollow. I'm getting a really weird vibe. I get that Hotel California. You can check out anytime you like, but you can never leave. Queen of Fire. Queen of Wands. Fire is like your wand, right? Your torch. I'm getting the mother energy, the one that runs things. And she's a skeleton of like a velociraptor. Weird energy. And then, you know when they all did that little fuck you to everybody with the little thing? Look at this. The Hanged Man. It's like the universe is doing it back. About to get a whole new perspective. Because people are in it for the long haul. And there's a hidden card. Because I thought this was the last card. But when I went to lift it, I felt it. I felt it. So something's coming in long term. Like, I don't think this case is going to go away. Remember how that goat was a skeleton before? Well, look at it now. It's glowing and it's all rejuvenated and it's been rebirthed. And the Two of Earth is here. And so that means King of Earth is your longevity. And this is now out of balance. Ooh, karmic debt owed. You have a debt. So yeah, I do kind of feel like there is something there. There's a karmic debt in that home, in the wood, like the universe is calling it back. And I mean, there's a reason for it all, a bigger picture reason. But that energy is so negative there. It's so insanely negative. I can't quite explain the energy that I feel. It's surreal. It feels like it's its own reality. It's like things left unsaid. Yeah. That's about all I can do for now. I don't want to do a full read because then I'll be exhausted today. And I'm already like feeling it like, I don't know, my eyes are feeling the cough syrup really bad right now. Do you feel them? I mean, do you see them? Do you feel them? They're squinty and they're burning. My eyes are burning and blurry. All of a sudden. Oh, now they're clear. No. That is weird. Like, I feel like I got sleep in my eyes, but I don't. Give me a minute. And now it's clear. Okay. Like I had glaucoma for a minute, but I don't. See, every time I've been messing with Truckee's reads, actually ever since I did the Lindsay reading, either my kids are sick or whatever. So I want you to up the protection amongst us as an 1111 family. Make sure you are thankful. Don't ask for protection. We already have it. Just let's increase it with the thankfulness that we're all protected from all negative energy, that it is banished from our home, from our life, from our children, from our health, from our finances, that we have complete abundance and protection at all times, no matter what. Archangel Michael is our protector. Archangel Raphael is our healer. May he heal our bodies and continue to do that for our mind, soul, and spirit. And Archangel Gabriel is the one that brings us the information. He's like us. Archangel Gabriel is more like the one that understands information and is a data collector. So you have the protector, you have the healer, and you have the informational one. And between the three, to me, they are what pivots around me and provides this triangulation of protection, because I don't like embrace spirits. So people are like, oh, I saw a spirit behind you. No, you didn't. No, you didn't. Because my archangels are here. And I got chosen. And I mean that not like in a pat on the back or, woo, I'm famous. I mean, there's a lot of chosen people. A lot. I don't believe it's 144,000 out of billions. I believe 144,000 is your frequency. And we're all chosen. It's just when are you chosen? When you respond. When you start walking your path. But I actually was told by my listeners on the other channel that someone was saying, Michael, on my recording. And I was like, get out of here. I was alone. You know that. And they're like, no, it's really there, Danny. And I went and listened, and you could hear it. I mean, anybody could hear it. It's still up over there. Corey Zipper reading, or actually not reading, but analytical report. And that called me into really starting to understand that I can embrace my gifts without fearing publicly. You know, like I was so scared to tell anybody in the public because I didn't want to lose my analytical edge in cases. Oh, yeah, well, she reads tarot cards too. I didn't want to lose my integrity that I had established for all those years. But when Archangel Michael's name came up on an actual thing, and it's totally hearable, like not a little bit, it's like loud enough anybody can hear it without your headphones, like it's real. I then started having things all in a row that put me right in line with where I am now. And I realized that he was like saying, it's time to wake up and get everybody awake. There is fake evidence being put in front of us, and I call it evidence lightly. There is bait and switch. There is smoke and mirrors. Don't fall for it. Always take everything with a grain of salt that I say and the others say. Do your own research, thoroughly dig in. Thank you, Mary Davina. Is it Davina Donovan? How do I say that? Donvito? I think I said it right. Thank you, Mary Lovely. I am feeling a little better. Good to see you, Joyful. Archangel Ariel for you. Oh, beautiful. Hello, my beautiful Pez, if I didn't say it. And hello, Muffin Top. I can't remember what I said earlier. Julie Hamill, the lodge belongs to Kiely's grandfather. Something about the water. I said a long time ago I wouldn't drink the water. There could be more to do with the water rights. You know, how far are we going to dig? Because I guarantee you're going to find some shit that they're just going to be like, that's a conspiracy. But if you want to know, you can dig it out. We can try to uncover it. But it's like, I'd rather just, for me, personally, karma's going to come back and kick this door in over there. So you watch, it'll happen. It's not our judgment call. Karma has divine timing, but it will happen. And we will be made to watch. I was told one time a few years ago that the universe was going to have me watch this person get their karma. And I was like, I can't imagine that person being where they are now, ending up without a friend, without any money, and basically almost homeless. And me watch that. I don't want to see that, even though they probably do deserve it. But I was told that, and I was like, well, I just don't want to see it. Long story short, it happened exactly as that was what was told to me, exactly. And this person didn't have anybody left. And this person came to me, okay? as their last resort. Even though they had ditched me, they're now back. And they're at the bottom of their barrel. And they're scraping the gum off their shoe and offering me to chew it. And they start talking and trying to rub something in my face that they have when they haven't got a pot to piss in. Instead of being authentic and humbled, this person still remained an arrogant asshole, still made me feel uncomfortable, and still tried to be one up when they had nothing but me. No, that's not how it works, see? And then I understood that part of their karma was the same. You don't get to have this. You don't get this. You chose something different. And I am a healer. But I'm not here to heal you. I'm here to focus my energy on those that need love, that need care. You know, so I don't know where I was going with this. I don't even know why I'm telling you all this. I can't remember. I'm going to get off here before I tell y'all my, like, you know, amazing fantasies. Yeah, that would be justice for Kiely. Finding Summer Wells. Finding little Michael Vaughn. Finding Oakley Carlson. Finding Classic and Sincere. Finding Harmony. Finding little baby Quentin. Those are my fantasies. Legit. It's heartbreaking. It's heartbreaking. I know, right? I agree with you, Wise Angel. I think my cough syrup was like a truth serum. Who found? We found somebody? Did we find one of our kids? Somebody put found. Create a sign, found. Who found? I don't think that create a sign meant found like. No, they found a dead kid in a bag. Where? I'm Googling. Where did they find a child in a bag? In France? Oh my God. I get a big feeling that little baby Quentin drowned. That's what my reading said a long time ago. The only reading I did on him said basically that he drowned. And that was before we realized that there was any door opening on their, some sort of a camera they've got or some security system or something. Shows that the door opened and it's 8 feet away from the pool, and then it closed at 5. So it was open at 3, it was closed at 5, something like that. And so, I mean, my reads have been pretty solid. I do get a feeling that he was drowned. Now, what we did not explore is if he was drowned on purpose or if this baby was thirsty and went out and got a drink in the pool. And then my thing is, I keep picking up on something weird about I know everybody's like, don't look at the boyfriend because he was at work and whatever, but I'm getting something weird about the boyfriend. I don't know yet. So I want to be able to do readings on little baby Q. And I'm watching anytime I see anything, you know, I want to see if they found the baby. I look, but I'm sleeping a lot too, so. Well, we don't know what Leilani actually admitted because she has a shitty mom that may be throwing her under the bus. We don't know. I'm one of those, I need to hear it from the horse's mouth or see the evidence of it. I don't think Leilani is innocent in any way. I think she is a terrible mom, and those children should be removed as they are. But at this point, I'm not sure if she murdered the baby or if the baby drowned and she got rid of the baby. I'm not sure about this boyfriend, that he's completely clear of this either. Because one may have went with the evidence and one may have went with the body to hide. I'm just not sure. I'm getting a weird vibe from the boyfriend. Well, and then, I want to mention this, and I don't want nobody throwing shade on me. Okay? So Quentin was named after his uncle, which was Leilani's brother that's in prison. And I'm getting a really weird feeling that she may not have liked Quentin because he may have been the result of SA by possibly this brother. I'm just telling you, if you understood what the energy is coming off of Leilani, it's basically the making of a demon. Somebody that was mistreated in all ways. And I'm not excusing her. I'm just saying a dog's going to bite if they're treated bad. And it should have been recognized, and the children should have been removed from the entire family if they couldn't provide proof they were going to take good care of the babies. Shouldn't have went to the grandma, because the grandma doesn't have a past that shows she has any skills at caring for a baby. I mean, she's got a son in prison and all kinds of stuff. That's a good question. How long has the brother been in prison? I would just like to ask, because I get a very weird vibe of SA from him to Leilani. And I'm very worried that that could be why she resents Quentin so much. I pick it up strongly. And it has something to do with her brother. And it just makes me concerned that Quentin may. Just saying. Kimberly Vinner Lovely, I don't personally believe that video is Sammy. That's some Sammy Sam, because I just got done sharing the video of the 2022 Truckee graduates, and Sammy's graduating. So if she's graduating high school at 21, 22, 23, 24, there's no way. There's no way. And that little girl on there does not look like the Sammy to me. But y'all choose to believe what you would like. That's totally your choice. I will respect your decision. Maybe she named the baby after him to point at him, so that it was always in his face what he did. She didn't have respect for the child. Long Gone says some witnesses said she went to an apartment complex and parked by the dumpster and put something in and sat there till the garbage truck came and emptied the dumpster, then left. That is what is rumored for real. I mean, like Sunstar says, Quentin is named after the brother. He does look an awful like him. She seems like the kind of girl that would be like in your face. Yeah, to give him guilt, to be like, Connor. It'd be interesting. I mean, I'm not saying that's for a fact. I'm saying I feel a weird energy, that the resentment toward this child is not just because he's a bad dad in the picture. It's almost like there's a resentment that he exists. You feel me? It's such a dark resentment toward the child that I feel from the mother, that I feel like she regrets him. that he is a mistake, like on a moral level of some kind, and to be named after the brother. And then I started feeling this resentment because of the father, and it just got really deep, and it connected me energetically to the brother that's in jail. Now, whether that's true or not, I don't know. I'm just saying I picked up on a real animosity towards Quentin from the mother. Like almost like I want to cut you out. I want to, what did the cards say? Eclipse you. That's it. Yeah. Right. Roxy says there is another Sammy Smith, yes, that lives in Truckee, who is a PA, not the same Sammy that was friends with Kiely. Yeah, that looks more like the PA to me. But hey, whatever. Hi, Fame. How are you? Lurker here. Need to get a word out. Madison Rife from Oklahoma, 16 or 17-year-old, ran away with a boyfriend. He came back without her. Can you look into this and share the word? It's like Gabby. Send me an email with the names so that I'll remember when I feel better. If she has not been found, I'll do my best to get a reading on her for us. I'm also getting a lot of readings that not the whole world is into at this time. And so I'll probably be doing certain readings for just members. And I also do readings by allowing starlights to suggest. So another reading, can't talk, I gotta go. Another reason that the members enjoy their perks, because I try to do what I can to, it's difficult to keep up on memberships. It really is, but I do my best. I really do. I try real hard. All right, lovely. Yes, Fame. Thank you, love. My email is rubberducky2005 at yahoo.com. Please use it respectful. If it's just a comment, please put it down in the comments below. Please do not email me to ask my opinion. I prefer not to share that with just one person, because otherwise I get asked by hundreds and I got to type it when I'm sharing my opinion all the time. I love you guys. To the moon and back. God bless you. Mama D's got to go lay down. Like my energy's gone and I'm starting to feel like I need a nap. Thank you. Hi, Fab3 Laundry. Love you. Ta-ta for now, wise angels. Please repost last night's burrito recipe live. That's for starlights only. That's for my starlights. I went in the kitchen cooking with my starlights. So the members got to see me making my homemade burritos. If you're into it, the recipe's under a member section. I love you guys. Thank you for making me feel better. Thank you for all your TLC and most of all, your prayers. Prayers for me and prayers for the missing. We will not give up on you, Kiely. We will not give up on you, Gabby. We will not give up on you, Summer, Michael, anybody. We are going to keep you in our prayers. And with that, make your day count. I'm going to go take a nap. Bye for now, beautifuls.